Today, I want to share a short but really powerful story with you. It's a simple little tale, but honestly, its message is huge, and it might just change how you think about kindness.
And it all really kicks off with this one central question. Can kindness actually be cruel, even when our intentions are good? It sounds like a paradox, I know, but let's explore it through a story.
So let me introduce you to our main character, a stray dog who just kind of wanders into a friendly neighborhood. And from the outside looking in, it really seems like he's hit the jackpot. I mean, for a dog without a home, this looks like the perfect life.
The first thing that happens is someone puts a collar on him. And just like that, he's not just some random stray anymore. He's their stray. He belongs. And then the kids in the neighborhood, they give him a name, Modi. And that simple act, it makes him a real part of things, It weaves him right into the community.
So every day, you've got this scene, right? The kids are giving him affectionate pats and sharing their leftover lunches. And Modi, well, he's always there with a wagging tail, just so happy to see his little friends.
And to top it all off, someone puts a small bed for him right by the security gate. So let's recap. He's got a collar, a name, food, a place to sleep. By all appearances, Modi is just so loved. But is he? Really?
And this right here is where this story takes a sharp turn. A vet happens to be visiting, and she sees Modi. But what she sees isn't some happy, well-loved dog. No. She sees a problem, a big one, hiding in plain sight.
The vet's diagnosis is, well, it's blunt and it's startling. She doesn't see a fat, happy dog. She sees straight-up neglect. That phrase right there, loved but not cared for, that is the absolute heart of this story. All that food that seemed like kindness, it was actually making him incredibly sick.
So let's really unpack that idea the vet brought up. Because love and care, they sound like they should be the same thing. But in Mani's case, the difference was literally life and death.
And this just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you have affection. The easy, feel-good stuff, giving leftovers, a few pats on the head. But then on the other side, you have genuine care. And that means taking actual responsibility, giving him proper food, vet visits, and the medicine he desperately needed. Now you'd think that a vet's professional opinion would be a massive wake-up call, right? But it wasn't. The warning was heard, but it was totally ignored. The community just kept on doing what they were doing. And for Modi, that inaction was a disaster. And so Modi's decline begins. Since the warning was ignored, he just gets fatter and fatter. But instead of concern, people start to laugh at him, calling him lazy. The kids keep feeding him their scraps, and pretty soon, Modi is spending almost all of his time just sleeping, his energy totally gone.
All of this leads us to the final, heartbreaking outcome of this misguided affection. See, the community had created this whole story about Modi, a story they told themselves to feel good, and they stuck to that story right up to the tragic end. This was their justification. Can you believe it? They would look at this obviously sick, obese dog and convince themselves, now that's the life. They mistook his sickness for contentment and their easy gestures for giving him a good life.
Which brings us to the stark, brutal conclusion of this entire story. Despite the collar, the name, and the bits of food, the simple truth is, no one really cared.
So, what's the big lesson from Madi's story? I think it's that genuine care, it's not just about feelings or easy, feel-good actions. It is about taking active responsibility for someone's well-being. It's about doing what's truly needed, even when it's hard or inconvenient. And that leaves us with one last, really important question to think about. Modi was one dog, but this whole pattern of confusing passive affection with active care, well, it can show up anywhere, can't it? In our families, our friendships, even how we look at big social issues. So it's worth asking ourselves, where else might our good intentions be falling short of providing the genuine care that is truly desperately needed?